Wait.
Tukikuachia hapa Tinse unapiga concert. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
There you go. Karibu sana.
Asante sana.
Hey.
Energy.
Unasikia wewe unasonga tu hapo hivyo.
Najua hizo zimekupita.
Kidogo nimepata.
At least fullness of life umesikia.
Nimepata. Hiyo nimepata. And it's not that difficult. You can speak out what he's saying. It's not like patwa ile yenye wanaongea vitu kushiki.
Ndio. Mwananchi wa kawaida aweze kuelewa.
Mara Tinse yuko tu hapa tu sawa. Karibu sana.
Thank you so much.
Jina ya check ni gani Tinse? Alafu tuambie hiyo jina pia ilitoka wapi Tinse?
Receive kwanza. Jina ya check ni Joe Magana Gishovi. Things it's a combination of two Jamaican patois words. Ting kumaanisha something na se kusema. So say something. John 6:63. The words that I speak, they are spirit and they are life.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Powerful.
That's powerful. That
yes.
really is powerful. So nasemanga tu things bila kujaklina maanisha. So now you know. Now you do know. So getting into the scene, muziki yako ni different sana. Ulianzanga ulikuwa na grow up ukisikiza reggae na Riddim hivi.
Okay, I grew up listening to different kinds of music, not reggae and dancehall specifically,
yes.
but it was included. But naweza sema hiyo ndio nilipenda.
Hiyo ndio ulipenda.
Juu ni muziki ya mwananchi, muziki wa kawaida. Reggae is it's a universal, kind of genre.
That's true.
Yes.
That's true. And it's revolutionary as well. It's
exactly.
not just your kawaida songs.
True,
ni ile muziki yenye inakuja na message. Hata kama it's not gospel, it's conscious music.
Yeah, it's conscious, positive music.
Positive music. So
yes.
Did you get saved later in life to do gospel music? Ama you've always been, sort of like in that space?
I grew up in a Christian home. My mom is a pastor. She's a minister. So I can say the foundation already was set. Even if when you're growing up as a young person,
life happens.
Life happens.
Million kidogo hapa na pale. Ujana.
So I would say I didn't unajua kuna hiyo notion ya when you grow up as a pastor's kid in a Christian home that you will umeokoka, but you have to make that
personal
decision.
Okay.
So yeah, I made the personal decision later on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So growing up in church, the foundation was set. Your mom is uko mbele leading. So you've done your things za dunia, then you decide, you know what, I want to go back. And I'm singing, and I'm not just singing. This is what I am doing Riddim. So kanisa wanakuangalia saa hizo. First of all, hawajui kama anaimba yetu kweli. Mnasikia anasema nini?
It took a while.
Yeah.
It took a while, especially to convince my mom that reggae ni Bible inasema every good and perfect gift comes from above, the
yes.
Father of heavenly lights, with whom there is no variation or shadow of turning. So it took a while to convince my mom that everything exists for the glory of God. Hata hiyo reggae ni God ndio alicreate. Because reggae is a Latin word which means to the king. So there's only one king.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
So it has taken a while, and of course my mom now watching my life, because sio tu kuimba.
Yes.
Anakufuatilia.
Yes.
So I would say it took a while, but I think recently ndio unaona sasa ameanza kuikubali. Naenda show, na niona kwa TV, hata sasa najua na watch. Blessings ma. Salamu.
Kwa sababu reggae liko inakaa mingine tu story tu ingine, hata ukisikia unaambiwa
unataka uhuni fulani.
Unatumia mihadarati ni to convince them. It must have, and then unajua kuna wazazi wetu sisi. As will get it because when I listen to that music I'll hear the words and I'll get into the vibe of all of that, but then for them growing up ilikuwa ule la kidube
bana.
Kwanza nakumbuka kuna time madhali alikata shati ya alitoanisha. Ambia hizi vitu hazitaka kwa nyumbani, kaambia baba rekodi.
Lakini speaking of church things,
yes.
Unajua ilifika place watu wamechukulia gospel ni kama genre, ni kama anyone can come in and do it, but gospel of course ni good news, na hiyo good news source yake tunaitwa kwa Bible. So
True.
nataka uongee about the importance of having spiritual authority over you. Of course uko na mentors musically, but uko na spiritual authority over you pia. So sometimes wakati you're a gospel artist, you're in the industry, you're in the ministry, but hauna hiyo spiritual authority, most of the time unafanya vitu tu
True.
Bila mpangilio fulani. What is the importance of kukuwa na huyo mtu na wako ni yupi?
True. Thank you so much. Big shout out actually to my spiritual authority, Prophet Akama. Thank you so much for holding our hand all through the years. It's interesting, I was having the same conversation jana place ingine, and I was telling them what we are seeing now is as a result of your lack of fathers, lack of spiritual authority, because music is like a mirror. If you are not accountable to anyone, if you are rebellious, it will reflect. It will reflect not only in what you sing and what you say, even in your life.
Okay.
So iyo nini lazima ikue, that foundation lazima ikue in place. And the other problem that we are seeing, that is I'm speaking generally, but it's affecting the whole industry.
Yes.
The other thing we are seeing is people don't want to be mentored, or they don't want to be accountable to anyone. So you can't be in authority. You can't be an authority yourself. People can't trust you if you're not under someone.
Yes.
Jesus, kuna time alikuwa na give parable. Kulikuwa na a Roman centurion officer. Alikam, servant wake alikuwa msick. Akamwambia ni aje, manze kuna msee wangu ni msick, nataka ukamu muombe. Jesus akamwambia tuishie. Akamwambia sitaki ukam. Mimi na understand authority. Because niko na soldiers under mimi. Nikimwambia ishia, anaishia. Nikimwambia kama, anakama. So you only need to speak the word. And Jesus said, I have never seen this kind of faith in Israel. So what's the point? The point is, if you're not under authority, it will affect your faith. Because Bible inasema, let us follow them who through patience have followed Jesus, and their life is reflecting what they're saying. So if you're not under an authority, if you're not willing to be told sit down, because you
or to be taught,
you don't
you need to be, somebody needs to hold you accountable.
Exactly.
And that is key. And you would say that is something that has led you to the path and the place you're in right now.
Yes, it
beautiful.
It makes you grounded, because like you were saying earlier on, kwa industry, unfortunately there are many things which happen, and if you don't have that spiritual covering, you will be attacked.
That's true. As you know, we'd be here all day listening to this conversation, but we need to go on a break. Maybe you guys put your social media handles, YouTube.
Mimi naona tuende break.
Alafu turudi na wimbo yake.
Turudi na muziki yake, alafu
atupatie social media, si ndio?
Sawa.
Hiyo inaweza mbaya.
Sure.
So tunachukua break. Tunakam.
All right.